Right, where are we?
Daddy Land.
On the Daddy Lands?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the SHADLANDS, and this is a very special video where we're going to give you a full tour of the SHADLANDS.
Daddy Land.
The Daddy Lands? Is that what you call it, eh?
Yeah.
Where'd you get those chips? So what we want to do here is show each part on the property where we're doing something special, big, mainly the houses and the castles. Right here, basically where I'm standing downways, is where our house is going to go. Now, with what we have planned with the property development, this is all going to be kind of our section of the property, our private part, and the castles are going to be going on the other end of the property. And there's a good kind of separation from private and hopefully some public use for the activities and developments that we want to do that way. So this is the first spot. Now we'll go show you the next ones. Oh, it's good having an off-road car for this type of stuff. You can probably see the house site from here, and you can see the picnic tables that we like to have our family get-togethers and picnics and things. This is what I kind of call the wild card hill. It is a really beautiful prominent hill that a castle would just go beautifully atop, and so it's also where I'd like to save it for maybe the nicest possible castle. So at the moment, I have placed honor guard here as the ultimate maybe. A castle would look so good on top of it. Look at how even and beautiful that is, and it's prominent. We have this big overlooking area. Oh, it'll be great. But oh, good, kangaroos, check it out. Check it out. Do you see an unspent one there? We got kangaroos on the property. This location is one of the other prominent kind of hills on the property. You can kind of see the curve just over here. What we want to build here is the second Watchtower castle building. And so the second one, as you know, is going to be very classic high medieval with matriculations and turrets and a feature window. It's going to look gorgeous. Attached here is also going to be one of the later stage castles, which the Watchtower will function as part of a gatehouse or tower of the wall to the larger castle. That's going to go on the hill as well, a little bit behind the second Watchtower one. So that's this location right here. That gorgeous castle and the Watchtower, it'll be on this beautiful overlooking, plateau, and we can level off more of the area so we can set up jousting along this flat and also other activities and village houses and things. And so this part is going to be later in the development. So I don't actually know when we'll get to this specific castle. It's the Fortified Manor house that I showed in the design video on Shadiversity. That's going to be right here, so you get to see it. It'll be leveled out a bit. It's going to be pushed a bit further to that side here. All the way to the flat area here is areas in which we can build like the village, essentially. And part of that village is the Fortified Manor house. And I really like the Fortified Manor house because it shows, part of the defense of the medieval period. It is a type of castle that many people overlook. All right, so this is where most of the action is going to be taking place. The very first thing that we're planning to build is a kind of like medieval watchtower. And I kind of think of it as the Ranger's Watchtower, where this land ready to be, settled upon, where adventurers come and things like that. They have placed down a watchtower to just oversee the land as things develop. And my little guy, we call him Thor, that's his nickname. He's here with me, having lots of fun. This whole flat area is where I hope to have a lot of the activities. And so the medieval fairs, the farmers markets, the LARP or reenactment events and everything. From here to the edge of this flat area over here, we plan to have parking. And so there will be a decent amount of parking all the way up to the fence line over here before it goes uphill. So there'll be a decent amount of parking. And then from here all the way over to the flat area there is activities. And the Ranger's Watchtower will be like right where I'm standing, basically, or just around here, close enough, marking the beginning point into the Shadlands. And so the castle that we call Stage 1 Castle, we're planning on kind of putting it over here. This is the actual border of the property, and so I'll probably plant trees or something to block view, and then in front of the trees, the Stage 1 Castle. And that's like Stage 1 Castle A. Stage 1 Castle B, which is in the Germanic style, I want to put right where the cows are. So right, see where it goes up a little bit to where the cows are? Right there is where I'm planning to do Stage 1 Castle B. Right in the middle over here, what we're looking here, so in between Stage 1 A and B castles, right there, is another larger scale castle, though we're thinking of first trying to build this one as a facade, as like a set, you know, where only the front is built, where we just frame the front, and it would be this incredible looking backdrop to this entire kind of castle area. And then you can have jousting, you can have activities. It would be absolutely banger. On the outskirts of this area, we're thinking of maybe doing either a wall, or a wall would cost a lot. All of this is going to cost money, but the watchtowers, the Ranger's Watchtower and the second Watchtower, stay tuned because we'll show some of the pricing and the plans and how the framing plans we have for those. We can actually do those. And so the Ranger's Watchtower, we could do even right now, once we put in the infrastructure and stuff. It still might be a year or so off, but we have the means to build it right away. And so that's exciting. And the Ranger's Watchtower is going to look gorgeous still. The Archery Range will go along one of the outskirts, a shelter for like HEMA classes, sword fighting, as well as huge space, which is wide open, very flat for, gosh, like I said, medieval fairs, farmers markets, LARP, reenactment and everything. So if you saw the video where I got to announce me buying this property on Shadiversity, this is the same location where I started that video, and it's the highest part on the property. So in this location is where I would like to build something pretty elaborate, pretty big, and I have no idea if I'll ever get to doing it. This is where I'd like to build the big Norman style keep castle right here. This one is big, right? And my initial estimate was like, wow, if I said in the like my announcement video on Shadiversity way back, that I'll need $1 million to do it. It's going to be closer to 10 to 20 million to do it, honestly. Not only will it have like a very authentic historical kind of keep, there is a great hall that I'll use as a venue location, but I'd also like to launch a medieval themed restaurant. Huge, glorious, you know, kind of set piece, but also have a huge function, weddings, medieval feasts, themed restaurant, a full-sized early medieval style keep. Part of, you know, trying to achieve your dreams' plans. This is what I hope to build towards. And once we get the initial stuff set up and things get going, who knows, okay? But this isn't the end of what we're planning to do on the property. You'll see over that hill there, we have a better angle, so we might be able to show the better angle, because over that hill there, we're gonna be setting up kind of like, again, slowly, we're gonna be building things bit by bit, but I also want to do like a themed steampunk village. And yes, things have gotten a little bit bigger from the end. When I was like, I want to build 3 castles. The thing is though, those first 3 castles, all of them put together would be an insane amount of money. And I don't even know if I'd get to build all 3 of those, because those are all big. And so we've replanned it to be able to do something that is actually more feasible and gives us, we begin off in a more manageable way with these cool, awesome looking, but much more affordable watchtowers. And so right here is a location, you know, it's a possible location, a maybe location for a motte style wooden tower castle. There are other opportunities that we can explore for building up the medieval village in which other people might want to join in and be a part of that development. The Steampunk Village is going to be, that's my dad's, you know, passion project. If you're thinking the Steampunk Village doesn't match the medieval village, well, you'd be right. It's going to be in its own separate section that you can kind of travel through a magical portal to get to. There's a big stretch that goes down to the valley. We're going to be planting a type of enchanted forest that will then make a good separating barrier between the Steampunk Village and the medieval village, but you can travel through this magical forest into another kind of land. And my dad has some amazing and fun things planned for the Steampunk Village, which is going to be just amazing. This is it. This is, as you can see, you've been able to see nearly the whole property actually, the whole Shadlands, where everything that we hoped to build and develop, and maybe even more, because we've got the space for it. It's really exciting. But there it is, there you go. You get to see the vision we have for the future. So I really appreciate you guys joining us, and stay tuned to see the other things that we do as we go forward to build our castles and our dreams.